Namaste, this is Yacharanya. In the previous episode, we had learned that King Dasratha had no sons, and with the help of sage Rishyasringa, he performed the Shubhaputra Kameshti Yajna, a yajna which granted King Dasratha with 4 sons. And you know something? Earlier itself, King Dasratha had a child named Shanta. Shanta was the daughter of King Dasratha and Queen Kausalya. Queen Kausalya's elder sister was Queen Varshini, and Queen Varshini was the wife of King of Anga, King Rompada. King Rompada was the dearest friend of King Dasratha. King Rompada and Queen Varshini had no child, so King Dasratha and Queen Kausalya took pity upon them and were ready to give their own child Shanta. And from that day onwards, Shanta became the loving daughter of King Rompada and Queen Varshini. Once it happened that a Brahmin named Shivatirtha approached King Rompada for help. King Rompada asked him to come at the evening. At the evening, when the Brahmin approached King Rompada was busy in talking with his daughter Shanta. The Brahmin felt disappointed and left for his home. This enraged the god of rains, the king of gods, Indra. Indra was so enraged at the behavior of this king that he cursed the kingdom of Anga with a severe drought. And so it happened that there was no food for the people to eat. The king realized his actions and felt sorry for his kingdom. And he knew that only if sage Rishyasringa would visit the city and bless the city with the power of his meditation, the kingdom of Anga would be free from the famine. So he was ready to give Shanta's hand in marriage to sage Rishyasringa. If sage Rishyasringa performed this great help to the kingdom of Anga, and indeed sage Rishyasringa visited the kingdom of Anga and blessed it with the power of his meditation and won the hands of Princess Shanta, and so the kingdom of Anga was free from the famine. Now we know the story of Shanta, and let us know what happened in Ayodhya after the birth of the princess. There was a hustle of activity when the news of the birth of the princess was made known to the entire city. The king was overjoyed, for now he was the father of not one but not two, 4 boys. The queens too felt fulfilled. Their throats choked with emotion as they gazed at their sons lovingly. The future princess, there was celebration. There was dancing, singing, and merrymaking. The celebration lasted for days. The king too offered sacrifices to the gods and gave gifts, horses, cattle, cows to the Brahmins and to the poor. As the princess grew up, they showed remarkable characteristics. Rama showed steady devotion towards truth and duty. Lakshmana was strict and impulsive. Bharata was noble and kind. Shatrughna was gentle and dutiful. All of the princes were trained in arts like warfare and archery, in Vedas and Upanishads. All of them excelled these princely qualities. But Rama outshone his brothers in all spheres, for he could draw an arrow faster than the eyes could see, no matter how far or small the target was. Rama was tremendously loved by his brothers. The king too felt justiciable pride in his son's achievements. The queens adored him, and there were deepest ties of affection between Rama and Lakshmana, Bharata and Shatrughna. At about this time, when King Dasharatha was basking in the glory of his sons, messengers arrived to the court to announce to the arrival of sage Vishwamitra. The king humbly advanced a few paces to receive the sage and let us know the story of sage Vishwamitra in the next episode. That's it for today. Thank you. If you really like our videos, please do like, share and subscribe.